Now, don't get me wrong, I do have to really ask the question about what the Premier League's fit and proper persons test entails, because in our recent memories, like you alluded to, Shaheen, a journalist was not just killed, a journalist was cut up in a premeditated act of state murder. The conclusion was that there is evidence to suggest that this was linked right to the very top in Saudi Arabia. Now, you tell me this. Bernard Mendy, for example, in football, has been accused of a disgusting act. Other footballers have been, accused of horrible things, and journalists have reported on that. I just wonder, like, would your average journalist with, a young family want to fight that fight? Go and report? Would they want to break that story if, for example, someone high up in the Saudi monarchy who may or may not be involved with Newcastle, but by association they are involved with Newcastle now, would they want to do that? Would a journalist even think twice? Would Khashoggi come up in their mind? If I was a journalist, Tom, maybe you're a good person to ask. Would you, in fact, be really honest about this? Let's say, for example, the situation Bernard Mendy finds himself in.
Benjamin Mendy.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Bernard. Wait, it's Bernard to Mo. Yeah.
We're buddies.
They're tight.
So, if Mohammed bin Salman, this is like way out of any of our pay grades. This is like the top elite level of influential people in the planet. If you got a breaking story about him doing something like Benjamin Mendy, would you have the bottle to report on that, knowing how journalists have been treated for doing their job?
I suppose the question is, would I consider all of those things? Would I? To say to anyone, would they not have that in their mind? It's impossible not to have that in your mind, isn't it? It's an impossible situation. If you know that colleagues of yours, for writing or saying certain things, have had those atrocious things happen, how on earth could I not have that affect me? I'd be lying if I said no. I'd be no issue at all. Like I wouldn't. I'd just right away. Like it's impossible to say that you wouldn't. It's like if you live on a street and someone gets murdered on your street, are you going to feel as comfortable walking out the next day down the street? Yeah. You're not. You're not going to feel as comfortable.
The reason I mentioned the journalist piece is because managers and the relationship between managers and journalists and players and journalists, that's actually part of the fabric of the game. That's contractual. You have to do that. You can't escape it. So I just kind of feel like there's a few things there where I think to myself, how on earth is this person passing the fit and proper persons test?